Yeah, we had ANPA last week.
Yeah.
Well, they've been busy because they're here again this week. And let me remind you that ANPA is the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americans, and it represents the professional interests of over 4,000 physicians, dentists, and allied health professionals of Nigerian birth, ethnicity, or empathy in the United States, Canada, and the Caribbean, providing a platform for medical and scientific dialogue on issues of health within North America, the Caribbean, and Africa, pertinent to persons of descent from the Nigerian diaspora. Joining us this morning to talk about the ANPA Week 2025, we have Dr. Lanre Jimoh, who is ANPA National Treasurer. By the way, they're all joining us via Zoom because I do not believe that they have arrived in Nigeria yet. Dr. Lanre Jimoh, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning.
Hi. Dr.
Hi,
Philip
how are you?
Osehobo, Medical Mission Committee Chair.
Good morning.
Good
Pleasure to
morning.
be here with you.
And Dr. Stanley Okoro, Medical Mission Committee Co-Chair.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here as well.
Are there only male doctors in ANPA?
Well,
No.
the female doctors joined us the last week. Please don't start another shut up. Thank you
That's
very much.
correct.
Yes, so Nigeria is ready and waiting for you all to come.
Please go ahead, Alaro.
Are there any collaborations with any government agencies also, to actualize this year's ANPA Week? And that is for Dr. Jimoh.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. We have many partners. We're partnering with the Federal Ministry of Health. We're also partnering with, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Clearly.
We're also partnering with the Lagos State Ministry of Health. In addition to that, we have other non-governmental partners. We're partnering with Rotary International, partnering with Indo Eye Center, partnering with M1, which is Medical Women Association of Nigeria. And we have other local partners in Nigeria, HFN, the Medical Guild. So we have several stakeholders in both governmental and non-governmental organizations. So it's a strong partnership.
So let me ask you, Dr. Oseobo, are there foreign investments or partnerships that are working on this with you that are being negotiated in connection with ANPA Week Convention? Any foreign partnerships or investments or collaborations?
Thank you again for having us. We won't call it investments, but we do have collaboration. Prominent among those is ANPA Foundation. And then we have some other NGOs based here in the United States, including NATMA. We have some institutions and facilities like Novant Health that has contributed in making this mission and ANPA Week very successful. But we do not have investment per se, but we do have partnership. And those three are top. We also have foundations and NGOs like Inkiru Foundation that is also contributing in a big way to these missions and convention.
So how about the incentives? And that's for Dr. Okoro. How about incentives? What incentives is your administration offering to foreign medical professionals and investors who are looking to contribute to Nigeria's healthcare practice?
Thank you for having us today. I just want to kind of lean back to Dr. Jimoh's comment before I start. I wanted to make sure we don't forget our partners in Nigeria, which is the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, LUT, and Federal Medical Center, Ebute Meta, in Lagos as well. So those are other hospital partners. In terms of incentive, where to bring foreign investment, when you look at the average Nigerian physician, we want to make sure that when foreign investment comes to Nigeria to establish healthcare system, that the physicians in Nigeria are well trained. The average Nigerian physicians do not have or some of the basic things that we need them to have, like basic life support. So one of the things that we're doing for ANPA to create an impact is to train and teach not just physicians, the healthcare personnel to learn and know how to do exercise basic life support. So that when you establish a hospital, you actually have a trained workforce. The workforce that we have right now is not really what we like to have. So AMPA is going to try to create that stuff and also have the general population learn about other healthcare things that we as a general population in Nigeria need to have. You need to have those foundation before foreign investment can come. AMPA is a nonprofit organization in the United States, so we are not a governmental organization. What our goal is to have a healthier Nigeria in a healthier world. That's part of our model. So if Nigeria is ready, then other foreign investments will come.
Dr. Jimo, is the mission looking to showcase any new medical technologies or breakthroughs?
Thank you. Absolutely. Every year when we do the medical week, there's a lot of skills transfer involved. We are shipping supplies and new equipment to Nigeria with us. We do training workshops, a lot of new innovations around robotics and laparoscopy. We're going to be doing some training with those regard at Luth and also at FMC Ebute Meta. I myself will be showing a new way of treating hemorrhoids, so in a non-surgical fashion, which you guys call piles. So innovation is something that AMPA brings every time we come to Nigeria, and this year is no different.
Interesting. Now, Dr. Osehobo.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way in which this project this time around is contributing to medical students, medical training, medical empowerment?
Yes, sir. Just to piggyback on my colleagues, Rotary International is one of our partners as well, and Ophthalmological Society of Nigeria is also one of our partners at this mission. To your point, we do have AMPA mentees that are medical students, interns, or residents across the country that come alongside us to participate, and by so doing, we're able to impact some knowledge. But on the matter of absolute skill transfer, part of the OSN and Indo-I partnership with AMPA this time is bringing one of the world-class renowned ophthalmologists to come and train and teach and help our local ophthalmologists in Nigeria learn state-of-the-art glaucoma surgery. As you may know, you can count on your fingertips how many glaucoma specialists we have in the country and how many of them can do this specialized, very high-level surgery. So that the OSN is participating in, and that is a huge knowledge transfer. We also have, during this training, programs like Helping Babies Survive, which is, again, state-of-the-art a program that is designed to save lives within the first 30 days of birth. Realize too that our infant mortality in our country is very high, and it is this kind of resuscitative measures that we are taking to the rank and file, not just medical people, but even non-medical, to learn how to obtain these skills that may mitigate our very high mortality rate. And I will not also forget to mention another novel program called Stop the Bleed. Stop the Bleed is a program that is available to, again, train and help medical and non-medical people to assist with major trauma and hemorrhage for any kind of accident or incident that involve blood loss. As you know, accidents on our highway is very high. Even accidents at home, when people start bleeding, immediate cause of death is usually profuse hemorrhage. So these are some of the skills transfer that are high and specialized that we are bringing, that both medical students, medical professionals, and non-medical professionals will benefit from.
Okay. Dr. Okoro, will there be any policy changes or funding commitments based on discussions from the convention?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that question. Part of the things that ANPA does in Nigeria is not just direct medical or surgical care. As you know, the only way to really change the healthcare system is through policy and impact in the country. One of the things that we're going to be pushing for is a national legislation that will allow or will require every medical doctor, hopefully every healthcare professional in the country, to be certified in basic life support. As you know, we've had some famous deaths when people are choking or having problems with breathing or heart. People are taking pictures, people are praying, people are pouring water on them instead of assisting the person that needs help. So we are pushing to have policies where this will be a national requirement. And we also have other policies that we want the federal government to invest in. Our healthcare system requires a lot more investment from the government. A 3% or so in our national GDP to healthcare is inadequate to support the growing population and health needs of the entire country. So we're going to push all that as much as we can from here. Thank you.
Dr. Jimo, I'm sure that a lot of Nigerians are looking forward to this mission arriving in Nigeria. If one wanted to take advantage of your coming, what would they have to do?
Thank you very much. We are going to be working with partners in Lagos, FMC, Ebutemeta, and Luth. The easiest way to participate is to get in touch with the providers at those facilities. Mm-hmm. And there are ways to enroll and register. So I would encourage them to go to Luth or Ebutemeta FMC, Indo Eye Center. We're also going to be doing some breast cancer screening at Lakeshore Cancer Center. We want to make sure that our gains this year is more than just for the medical week. We are turning 30, as you know. So we are looking at what happens now beyond the medical week. And that is why this is different. That is why we chose to come to Lagos for our annual convention and scientific meeting, which starts on the 9th of April, right after the medical week. So how do we then change to a more sustainable engagement on ground in Nigeria, engaging with local partners and leveraging our international network to come up with a strategic long-term plan on how we can bridge the gap and fill some of those deficiencies and bringing back the talent that has left. So everybody's talking about JACBA, doctor shortage, healthcare training, healthcare workers training. ANPA wants to encourage more JACBA. So how do we bring this talent back? How do we, and that's how, like my colleague said, when we are able to bridge the gap, bring the healthcare workforce to a standard that is acceptable, then you start to see investments start to flow. When we start to work on the advocacy part, and ANPA has a very strong advocacy arm, NPAG, it's a foundation, an organization that focuses on advocacy, a spin-off from ANPA, and we also have a business arm that is coming. So you're going to see ANPA really in a more dynamic role and in a more permanent fixture in Nigeria's healthcare system. So it's exciting. What happens beyond this convention and medical mission is even more interesting. So I suspect we're going to be back on your show a couple more times in the coming months to years. Thank you.
Well,
We shall look forward to receiving you.
absolutely something to look forward to. But one other question that might be interesting to ask is where or how you see, and this is for you, Dr. Osebo, whether you see any policy changes happening for this, any policy changes that needs to be adjusted so that the gains of ANPA Week 2025 can be sustained beyond it.
Thank you again for the question. As you have heard my colleagues and partners mention, part of why we are coming back this year, particularly to Lagos, is for our 30th anniversary. And during that 30th anniversary week that begins on the 10th at Echo Hotel, we hope you guys can come as well. We're going to have a presidential roundtable. And during that presidential roundtable, our president, Dr. Cliff Ake, is putting together very high, seasoned, esteemed government officials and non-government officials to address that specific question. What does it look like if what we have brought the past 1 week become a permanence? What are the kind of things or leverage can we bring to allow the sustainability of the knowledge transfer and skills transfer that we have brought? What is expected of us as ANPA and what is expected of the government in order to create a marriage that allows the improvement in making Nigeria a healthier nation in a healthier world? All of those conversations and dialogue, we hope will be very, very delved into during the presidential panel during our ANPA convention. Yes, we hope following those conversations, because we are hoping to receive senior government leaders, ministers, and directors and chairmen, we should be able to come together with 1, 2, or 3 actionable items that we can closely monitor to be a game changer in terms of policy. Dr. Koro alluded to a very important point that we hope we can take away when we are leaving, and that is the push for the legislation to make BLS a basic necessity and requirement for all healthcare providers. Interestingly, that is so basic here that we think it should be an easy win and a low-hanging fruit.
All right. Well, Dr. Okoro, this next question is for you. I mean, it's like cooking the food, preparing the party, and getting all the musicians, paying for the hall, setting up the hall and everything, and people don't show up. It's an absolute waste, some people would say. So in your opinion, Dr. Okoro, what message do you have for Nigerians who are hopeful for lasting improvements in our healthcare system?
I thank you for that question. That's a very interesting question. As you know, our healthcare system, we basically have. I practice medicine in the U.S. and also in Nigeria. I have a practicing license, and we have a different levels of healthcare, and but most Nigerians do not have access to basic healthcare. There's private and there's public. Our public healthcare system, in my opinion, seems like it's in collapse. I hope that with us bringing all of this stuff to attention, I hope that those in charge in government will invest more in our public healthcare system. If you go to the private healthcare system in Nigeria, there's robust private healthcare, but the average Nigerian cannot afford it. Basically, wherever you want in Nigeria is there, but in the private healthcare system, but it's not accessible. People are traveling to outside of the country, Dubai, India, and all kinds of stuff, but everything's already there. It really is, and we need to invest in our personnel and have access to public healthcare system that's robust, that's supported by the government. So I hope that with ANPA involvement in the healthcare system now, that we will bring more attention to public healthcare system, which will help create access to a quality healthcare system in Nigeria. I hope that answers your question.
Well, significantly it does, because at the end of the day, it's all about the people. We tend to say that in channel television, we're not just putting, word out. It's all about the people, how it's going to have direct impact on the people, both in the immediate and at a sustainable level. I don't know if Dr. Jimo has some last words to add to that.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to thank Channels Television for its partnership with ANPA. This is a partnership that spans over 2 decades, as you guys know. And we ask the question, what can we do? I think everybody has a little part to play, and I think Channels, as an organization, has prioritized healthcare and shining light to what we're doing, and raising awareness is the part you guys can play. We, as leaders in ANPA, understand our own duty, and we're trying to take it very seriously. A lot of commitment, a lot of dedication, and I want to just thank all ANPA members who have contributed so far to this project. We are also very cognizant of the deficiencies and what is going to be needed. The public sector obviously has a role to play, and we can do our best in encouraging and advocacy, but it also matters the type of leadership we have and people participating in this democracy and getting the right people and ensuring accountability. But the private sector has been wonderful in terms of just innovation and being able to engage and work with us. We've been very, very impressed with the welcoming hands of our partners in Nigeria. So again, talking about what happens after is how can ANPA join this team and add value to both public and private players in Nigeria's healthcare system and bridge the gap in terms of foreign investment and foreign collaborations. That's kind of our role, and we are very clear-minded about what we need to do, but we're really excited about just being intentional and coming back home and being part of the system, and not just making comments from abroad and making criticisms. We are rolling up our sleeves and getting in there on the ground and doing the work. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint, but a journey of 1,000 years starts one day. We have to start now. Okay. And we are excited about the partnership, and we believe that with technology we've done telemedicine projects, digital consultations, virtual consultations in Edo State. Dr. Oseobo here was the pioneer leader there. I think that was about 3-4 years ago now, and it's still going on. We're going to be partnering with other organizations like Mobile Health who are doing this in a large scale. So again, ANPA is going to be sort of a utility player in this journey. And so look out for what ANPA is going to be doing. Follow us on www.anpa.org. Contribute, participate, engage. We're here to help. Okay. We're excited about it.
Thank you. And Nigeria is excited and waiting for you to arrive. Thank you very much. We were just speaking to some members of the medical mission to Nigeria of ANPA, and ANPA stands for Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas. And we had Dr. Lanre Jimo, who is ANPA National Treasurer, Dr. Philip Osehobo, Medical Mission Committee Chair, and Dr. Stanley Okoro, ANPA Medical Mission Committee Co-Chair. Thank you all very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. God bless.
Yes, and thank you for staying with us. We shall be right back with another interesting conversation in just a moment.